Hello, everybody, and welcome to my stream. So today's going to be something a little bit different. I'm going to start learning the air theory test with Mark to try to push us to try to do it. Hopefully it works. See what we can do. That's the whole plan in new ways.
Cool. Do you want me to go through the chat?
Yeah.
While you're loading everything up. So first we've got D Harris, who says, "Evening, Danno."
Hey, D.
Gillian Dot says, "Good evening, Danno, Mark, and everyone in the chat." So hi, Gillian.
Hi, ma'am.
Gillian says, "Evening, D." D says, "Gillian's Dots, good evening." And we've got Yorkshire Crafter in, who says, "Good evening, everyone. Evening, love."
Hey, Julie.
And then we've got Horlix saying, "Hi, Danno."
Hi, Horlix.
Gillian Dot says, "Good evening, Julie." Gillian Dot says, "Good evening, Horlix." D Harris says, "At Yorkshire Crafter, evening, Julie." D Harris says, "At Horlix, evening, Alex." And Yorkshire Crafter says, "At Gillian Dots, at D Harris, at Horlix, evening." And then D says, "Evening, young Mark." So evening, D. And that's chat for now.
Yeah. The reason why I'm doing this, because I have got dyslexia on it, because I find it hard to read the questions and stuff like that and try to get it up there. So I'm trying a new approach to it, and hopefully Mark should have the help. And obviously, I won't say the chat, but we're not going to go through the chat while I'm doing it. Just obviously because I want to do this all myself type thing. And try to get it up there.
Unless anybody's got some great suggestions.
Yeah, obviously at the end when we go through the questions that I've got wrong, and we can point stuff out that maybe be able to help us.
No problem.
Yeah. Right. Now let's see remember how I can share the screen again. Right, can you see that?
Yes, I can do now.
Right, now where do I need to go?
Right, you need... Oh, it's forgotten already.
Mock test?
I think that was what we clicked on, wasn't it?
Yeah, read the questions. Or
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What? That one, read the questions?
Yes.
And then we just clicked on one of these ones, didn't we?
Yes.
So I'm going to put the order.
What should you do as you approach this bridge? Keep to 30 miles per hour. Change gear. Move to the right. Slow down. Select one answer.
Slow down. But I think that...
Slow down.
I didn't know. Just...
And then you click next.
Yeah, but they're all ticked. That's the problem. So, like, these ones are crossed, and that one's ticked, so it's giving you the answer already.
Are you sure you haven't gone through these already?
No. This is the first time I've been on it.
That's strange. Okay, close that down. Right.
Try mock test.
You could try one if you want to.
But that's like that's a full
one.
Yeah,
it'll be.
Introduction. Yes.
Yeah. I don't think anything will be in there.
No. This question's not read. We could do that And that's all the really that we haven't done. So
Questions you've not seen recently.
yeah.
Yeah.
What type of emergency vehicle is fitted with a green flashing beacon? Road gritter, doctor's car, ambulance, fire engine. Select one
I
answer.
think it's a doctor's car.
Okay, if that's what you think it is.
You're driving on a wet road. What should you do if you have to stop your vehicle in an emergency? Apply the parking brake and foot brake together. Give an arm signal. Select reverse gear. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. Select one answer.
Well, keep both hands on the wheel.
What does it mean if this light comes on while you're driving? A rear light has failed. Your seat belt isn't fastened. The engine oil is low. A fault in the braking system. Select one answer.
Could be any of the bottom two. Low oil.
What should you do when you're overtaking at night? Beware of bends in the road ahead. Sound your horn twice before moving out. Go past slowly so that you can react to unseen hazards. Wait until a bend so that you can see oncoming headlights. Select one answer.
Now that's a tough one.
Yeah.
What should you do when you're overtaking at night?
So before
Beware of bends in the road ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't honk my horn. Wait until
a bend so that you can see oncoming headlights.
no.
Go past slowly so that you can react to unseen hazards.
Probably that one.
If you're involved in a collision, what will reduce the risk of neck injury? Anti-lock brakes, a collapsible steering wheel, a properly adjusted head restraint, an air-sprung seat. Select one
I think the
answer.
head restraint.
Why are these yellow lines painted across the road? To help you keep the correct separation distance. To help you choose the correct lane. To tell you the distance to the roundabout. To make you aware of your speed. Select one answer.
Right. Well, in the picture, there is a roundabout coming up. But it could help you with distance.
So if you're driving over those, Danno,
Yeah.
what are you going to hear?
Bump, 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 bump.
Yeah. So
Are there a mini speed bump type thing?
sort of. It's going to be a rumbling noise, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's going to make sure you're all right to your speed.
Mm-hmm.
You want to turn right from a junction. What should you do if your view is restricted by parked vehicles? Move out quickly, but be prepared to stop. Sound your horn and pull out if there's no reply. Stop, then move forward slowly until you have a clear view. Stop, get out and look along the main road to check. Select one answer.
I wouldn't move slowly, and then I wouldn't honk my horn. I think stopping getting out is causing more danger. So I think it's move slowly until you get a clear view.
You're going to turn left from a main road into a minor road. What should you do as you approach the junction? Swing out to the right just before turning. Keep just left of the middle of the road. Keep in the middle of the road. Keep well to the left of the road. Select one answer.
Oh, you're going left, so you want to keep to the left of the road. Say that one of them two. Go for that one.
Why do motorcyclists often look round over their right shoulder just before turning right? Motorcycles don't have mirrors. To check for traffic in their blind area. To listen for traffic behind them. It helps them balance as they turn. Select one answer.
Well, it's not the 2 button ones.
Okay.
And a motorbike does not have a mirror, so it does help, but it does help say the blind spot.
What should you do if your vehicle catches fire while you're driving through a tunnel? Leave it where it is, with the engine running. Pull up, then walk to an emergency telephone. Drive it out of the tunnel if it's safe to do so. Park it away from the carriageway. Select one answer.
Pull up and walk to a telephone.
You're driving at night with your headlights on main beam. A vehicle is overtaking you. When should you dip your headlights? Before the vehicle starts to pass you. Sometime after the vehicle has passed you. Only if the other driver dips their headlights. As soon as the vehicle passes you. Select one answer.
Before. You don't want to blind them.
What does this motorway sign mean? No services for 50 miles. Temporary maximum speed 50 miles per hour. Temporary minimum speed 50 miles per hour. Obstruction 50 meters, 164 feet, ahead. Select one answer.
Well, I think it's temporarily speed at 50, but there's a maximum minimum. I'm going to go for minimum.
Your vehicle has stalled in the middle of a level crossing. What should you do if the warning bells start to ring while you're trying to restart the engine? Get out of the car and clear of the crossing. Run down the track to warn the signal operator. Carry on trying to restart the engine. Push the vehicle clear of the crossing. Select one answer.
It's a hard one. Could you
What's the safest thing to do?
get out? Get out of the car and make sure it's clear.
You're approaching a roundabout. What should you do if there are horses being ridden in front of you? Give them plenty of room. Treat them like any other vehicle. Sound your horn as a warning. Accelerate past as quickly as possible. Select one answer.
Well, them two are going to scare the horse. Give it plenty of room.
What's most likely to waste fuel? Underinflated tires. Driving on motorways. Using different brands of fuel. Reducing your speed. Select one answer.
Oh.
Okay, Danno, you ride a bike, don't you?
Yeah.
If you ride a bike and your tyres are down, is it easier or harder?
Harder.
So what's the engine going to do if your tyres are underinflated?
Try to push it more to move it.
And what's that going to do?
Cause the fuel to run out quicker. So underinflated tires.
What should you do if you think the driver of the vehicle in front has forgotten to cancel their right indicator? Sound your horn before overtaking. Stay behind and don't overtake. Overtake on the left if there's room. Flash your lights to alert the driver. Select one answer.
Right. Well, I wouldn't sound my horn. I don't think. Stay behind and do not overtake. We overtake on the right anyways, because isn't on the left that's undertaking that you can't do that. So flash your lights to aware the driver. I think I'm going to get this one.
What's the safest option?
Do not overtake. Because you don't know if he changes his mind and needs to overtake.
What can seriously reduce your ability to concentrate? Drugs, weather conditions, busy roads, tinted windows. Select one answer.
Drugs.
Which color follows the green signal at a puffin crossing? Steady amber, flashing green, steady red, flashing amber. Select one answer.
So you're on the green, then it goes flashing amber. What is it? Flashing green, then flashing amber.
So this is where you really need to learn about your crossings.
Yeah, because.
So if I say to you, a puffin crossing is a controlled crossing. So it monitors the pedestrians on the crossing and will only let cars go once it knows all pedestrians have cleared that crossing. So what's going to come up?
Flashing green first.
Never a flashing green.
Amber.
What makes your tires illegal? If they have different tread patterns. If they were bought second-hand. If they're of different makes. If they have any large, deep cuts in the side wall. Select one answer.
Any deep cuts.
You want to turn right from a main road into a side road. What should you do just before turning? Cancel your right turn signal. Stop and set the parking brake. Check for traffic overtaking on your right. Select first gear. Select one answer.
So you're turning right. And basically, what could overtake you on your right?
All that traffic.
Mainly things with two wheels.
Bikes.
So what do you need to check for?
Any oncoming traffic on me right. So I wouldn't cancel this signal.
No.
Stop and set your handbrake. Check for traffic over on the right. So it's that one there.
You're looking for somewhere to safely park your vehicle. Where would you choose to park? On the approach to a level crossing. At or near a bus stop. Near the brow of a hill. In a designated parking space. Select one answer.
Designated parking space.
When must you use dipped headlights during the day? When you're driving in poor visibility. When you're parking. When you're driving along narrow streets. All the time you're driving. Select one answer.
Poor visibility.
Where would it be unsafe to overtake? Traveling up a long hill. Approaching a junction. On a one-way street. On a single carriageway. Select one answer.
One-way street. But then a one-way street, no. Oh, well, yeah, because cars not coming.
What's the most dangerous out of them four questions, them four answers?
So one-way street is only one vehicle come. You can only go into it, no cars can exit. A hill, a long hill, there may be a blind spot where you can't see as you go up, so maybe vehicles coming down towards you. Approaching a junction, yeah, I would say approaching a junction could be dangerous. And a single cycleway.
On a single carriageway.
I would say approaching a junction.
You're on a motorway. What does it mean when a mandatory speed limit is displayed above the hard shoulder? You shouldn't travel in this lane. You can pull up in this lane to answer a mobile phone. You can park on the hard shoulder if you feel tired. The hard shoulder can be used as a running lane. Select one answer.
The hard shoulder is a running lane.
Which vehicles should use the left-hand lane on a 3-lane motorway? Emergency vehicles only. Large vehicles only. Any vehicle that isn't overtaking. Slow vehicles only. Select one answer.
Well, what's in the left-hand lane not known as a slow vehicle lane?
Is that?
Oh.
So the rule of thumb is you should always drive in the left lane unless you are overtaking.
Right.
So the middle and the right lane are only there for overtaking.
So the left-hand lane is for every vehicle.
Yes.
So that
Any vehicle that isn't overtaking.
one, isn't it? Yeah.
What does this sign mean? End of restricted speed area. End of restricted parking area. End of cycle route. End of clearway. Select one answer.
End of speed area. I don't think it's parking.
End of cycle route.
Don't think it's that one.
End of clearway.
Yeah, I think it's speed.
A horse rider is in the left-hand lane approaching a roundabout. Where should you expect the rider to go? In any direction. Straight ahead. To the left. To the right. Select one answer.
Well, like a car go any direction. It just depends what way the arms are showing. So any direction.
You plan your route before starting a journey. Why should you also plan an alternative route? Your maps may have different scales. You may find you have to pay a congestion charge. Your original route may be blocked. You may get held up by a tractor. Select one answer.
Original route might be blocked.
You've stopped at a railway level crossing. What should you do if the red lights continue to flash after a train has gone by? Alert drivers behind you. Proceed with caution. Wait. Phone the signal operator. Select one answer.
Former signal operator.
Why?
Because they're broken.
How do you know they're broken?
Hmm.
How do you know they're just still not flashing because another train might be coming?
Wait.
Which document may the police ask you to produce after you've been involved in a collision? Your vehicle service record. Your vehicle registration document. Your theory test certificate. Your driving license. Select one answer.
Well, it's not going to be your theory test here because that you would got that if you got your full license anyway. So no, your driving license or your vehicle documents.
But what if it's not your car?
Well, with that for your license, I think they always have for your license. Doesn't matter what you've done.
You're following a vehicle on a wet road. You stay a safe distance behind it. What should you do if a driver overtakes you and pulls into the gap you've left? Stay close to the other vehicle until it moves on. Flash your headlights as a warning. Try to overtake safely as soon as you can. Drop back to regain a safe distance. Select one answer.
Drop back into a safe distance.
What must you do when you hitch an unbraked trailer to a towing vehicle? Fit a secondary coupling device. Switch off the reversing sensor on the towing vehicle. Grease the tow ball and hitch. Make sure you can see the trailer in the mirrors. Select one answer.
Right, hang on.
What must you do when you hitch an unbraked trailer to a towing vehicle?
Right, so this is a towing vehicle that's not linked to your brakes.
Yeah.
So then when you brake, the people behind you won't see you brake.
No, because you have to display a board behind. They're saying, like when you hitch up a wagon,
Yep.
and they'll hitch up basically air brakes. They're on about a trailer, a small trailer that just does not have any brakes on it.
Right.
Fit a secondary coupling device. Grease the tow ball and hitch.
I don't think it's that one.
Switch off the reversing sensor on the towing vehicle. Make sure you can see the trailer in the mirrors.
Probably make sure you see the trailer in the mirror.
Which is the sign for a ring road? A, B, C, D. Select one answer.
Well, I think the first two in B are roundabouts. There's no entry. So C must be the ring road. So I've never seen one saying like that.
Which type of sign tells you what you must not do? A, B, C, D. Select one answer.
Now, we talked about this the other night, didn't we, Danno?
Yeah. A.
How can you make sure that a satellite navigation, sat-nav, system doesn't distract you when you're driving? Set it before starting your journey. Only set the destination when you're lost. Turn it off while you're driving in built-up areas. Choose a voice that you find calming. Select one answer.
Well, I would say set it before you.
Set it before starting your journey. Why should you look carefully for motorcyclists and cyclists at junctions? They might not see you turn. They're harder to see. They may slow down to let you turn. They may want to turn into the side road. Select one answer.
The harder to see.
You're on a motorway. What should you do if there's a red cross showing on the signs above your lane only? Don't continue in that lane. Pull onto the hard shoulder. Continue in that lane and look for further information. Stop and wait for an instruction to proceed. Select one answer.
Do not continue in that lane. Because it could be a hazard.
You're driving towards this left-hand bend. What danger should you be anticipating? Mud on the road. The road getting narrower. A vehicle overtaking you. Pedestrians walking towards you. Select one answer.
Pedestrians walking towards you.
Your vehicle breaks down on a motorway and you manage to stop on the hard shoulder. What should you do if you use your mobile phone to call for help? Wait in the car for the emergency services to arrive. Stand at the rear of the vehicle while making the call. Phone a friend and ask them to come and collect you. Check your location from the nearest marker posts beside the hard shoulder. Select one answer.
Well, I wouldn't read in the car or behind the car because a big truck could come past and hit you. Phone a friend that to collect you. Well, you want to get the car off the motorway, so probably check for any locations so you can get the people there that to help you.
What's a cover note? A document issued before you receive your MOT certificate. A document issued before you receive your registration document. A document issued before you receive your insurance certificate. A document issued before you receive your driving license. Select one answer.
Could be any of them.
Try and work it out.
Right, so is it abbreviation?
Okay. Are you allowed to drive on the road without an MOT certificate?
No.
Yes, you are. If you can prove you're on the way to an MOT station. A document you issue before you receive your registration document.
But your registration document comes with the car, doesn't it?
Well, it does, but you've still got to send off to have it in your name. But there is a slip that you can fill in, which will sort it. A document issued before you receive your insurance certificate.
Well, that's all done online. It's automatic. You don't get anything.
It is online, but could it be wrong online?
Could be.
A document issued before you receive your driving license.
I think it is going to be driving license. But then, you get a green paper on the day, don't you? So is that the cover letter saying that you can drive? I'll go for that one.
Why should you switch off your rear fog lights when the fog has cleared? To stop the engine losing power. To allow your headlights to work. To stop draining the battery. To prevent dazzling drivers behind. Select one answer.
To stop dazzling drivers behind.
You're waiting at a T-junction. What should you do if a vehicle is coming from the right, with its left indicator flashing? Wait until the vehicle starts to turn in. Move out and accelerate hard. Move out slowly. Pull out before the vehicle reaches the junction. Select one answer.
Wait until the vehicle's turned.
What can you do to help prevent tiredness on a long journey? Complete the journey without stopping. Play loud music in the car. Eat a large meal before driving. Take regular refreshment breaks. Select one answer.
Take regular breaks.
Who's responsible for making sure that a vehicle isn't overloaded? The driver of the vehicle. The licensing authority. The person who loaded the vehicle. The owner of the items being carried. Select one answer.
The driver.
What's the safest thing to do if you have to leave valuables in your car? Park near a school entrance. Put them in a carrier bag. Lock them out of sight. Park near a bus stop. Select one answer.
Out of sight.
You've just passed your driving test. How can you reduce your risk of being involved in a collision? By always staying close to the vehicle in front. By never going over 40 miles per hour. By staying in the left-hand lane on all roads. By taking further training. Select one answer.
I suppose by taking further training.
What action should you take when you see flashing amber lights under a school warning sign? Increase your speed to clear the area quickly. Keep up your speed and sound the horn. Reduce speed until you're clear of the area. Wait at the lights until they stop flashing. Select one answer.
Wait until it stops flashing.
Really?
Well, I wouldn't increase.
So amber is a warning flashing light.
Well, yeah, because there's going to be kids running back and forward, so you don't want.
So you're going to stop in the middle of the road at them lights until they stop.
No, because that's going to make a traffic jam.
Increase your speed to clear the area
Well, I wouldn't
quickly.
increase my speed either.
No.
Because kids could run out.
Keep up your speed and sound the horn. Reduce speed until you're clear of the area.
Reduce speed till you clear of the area.
When are you allowed to use hazard warning lights? When traveling during darkness without headlights. When parked on double yellow lines to visit a shop. When stopped and temporarily obstructing traffic. When traveling slowly because you're lost. Select one answer.
Right, so that postman put his hazards on while he was coming down here to park up to get out.
So what's that doing?
When stopped and temporarily obstructing traffic.
Well, stopped and temporarily obstructing traffic.
When parked on double yellow lines to visit
There's
a
no
shop.
double yellow lines there.
When traveling slowly because you're
No.
lost.
That one.
What does the saying "only a fool breaks the 2-second rule" refer to? The time you should keep your foot down at a junction. The time you should allow to restart a stalled engine. The time recommended when using the choke. The time gap when following another vehicle in good conditions. Select one answer.
So it's
The time you should keep your foot down at a junction. The time you should allow to restart a stalled engine. The time recommended when using the choke. The time gap when following another vehicle in good conditions.
yeah.
When may you cross a double solid white line in the middle of the road? To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. To pass a car signaling to turn left ahead. To pass a vehicle that's towing a trailer. To pass traffic that's queuing back at a junction. Select one answer.
So the double solid lines means no overtaking.
So you should never overtake on it.
Well, you can. It's all what we call about making progress.
Right. So a vehicle that's going 10 miles an hour. I think the other ones. Yeah, you can't overtake. So one that's turning left, well, where would you turn left to? So say a straight road. Right. So I don't know. Hit results.
Okay, so I know a couple of these you have got wrong.
Yeah. Right. And the fifth. So all results.
What type of emergency vehicle is fitted with a green flashing beacon? Road gritter. Doctor's car. Ambulance. Fire engine. Select one answer.
Well, I've hit doctor's call.
Okay.
Doctor's car.
Yeah, you just click next because it's just going through the questions that you've
You're
answered.
driving on a wet road. What should you do if you have to stop your vehicle in an emergency? Apply the parking brake and foot brake together. Give an arm signal. Select reverse gear. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. Select one answer.
Oh, this is going back through them. I want to see the results as general.
I think click review.
Yeah, that's what I've done with you.
What type of emergency vehicle?
End test. Yeah, we're gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've got the first one right, which I thought I would. Right, next one. Which is
You're driving on a wet road. What should you do if you have to stop your vehicle in an emergency?
I pick.
Keep both hands on the steering wheel.
Makes sense. You've got more control.
Yes.
Like the ones I've got long.
What does it mean if this light comes on while you're driving?
Right. So
you put that as the engine is low in oil. Well, actually, you would get like an oil can.
Yeah.
That will come up if you're low on oil. That icon is for braking.
Right.
So that's why it's braking.
Yeah, I kind of went between them both. Have to. Right.
What should you do when you're overtaking at night?
So I've got that one wrong as well. So I click.
Go past slowly so that you can react to unseen hazards.
Right.
Okay, but if you're overtaking, do you need to go slow?
Well,
Or do you need to be more aware of what is coming up on a dark road?
be more aware.
So that's why it's beware of bends in the road ahead, because if you've got a bend coming up, you cannot see around the bend to see if there's any other vehicles coming or anything like that.
Yeah. So I've got the. Let's have it. Yeah, I can. So I've got their ones right, which we can go through.
If you're involved in a collision, what will reduce the risk of neck injury?
So that's correct.
A properly adjusted head restraint.
And that's the back part of your seat that pulls up.
Yeah. Because what would happen if you hit a vehicle in front?
Your neck jerks forward. Well,
So that's going to cause whiplash.
yeah. So now the yellow marker ones.
Why are these yellow lines painted across the road?
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, that photograph. If you look on that, you've got countdown markers and you've also got a sign for a roundabout ahead.
Yeah.
If you're traveling at, say, that road is 40 or 50 miles an hour, then they are there to make a rumbling sound to make you aware of your speed.
Yeah.
You want to turn right from a junction. What should you do if your view is restricted by parked vehicles?
Stop.
You got that one
Stop,
correct?
then move forward slowly until you have a clear view.
And that's what we call creep and peep. So you creep the car forward and keep peeping until you can get a clear view.
You're going to turn left from a main road into a minor road. What should you do as you approach the junction?
And I got this one.
Keep well to the left of the road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Why do motorcyclists often look round over their right shoulder just before turning right? To check for traffic in their blind area.
Yeah.
Now this one I got long.
What should you do if your vehicle catches fire while you're driving through a tunnel? Pull up, then walk to an emergency telephone.
So that's what you
Drive
put.
it out of the tunnel if it's safe to do
But the
so.
way that says drive.
But obviously, it's going to be more dangerous leaving a burning vehicle in a tunnel. So if you can drive it out of the tunnel, then yeah, try and get it out.
You're driving at night with your headlights on main beam. A vehicle is overtaking you. When should you dip your headlights?
No, I put before the vehicle passes you.
Yeah. Okay. What if you're doing that? Then how are you supposed to see the road ahead because you're still in front?
Yeah.
So you dip them as soon as that vehicle passes you because he will put his headlights up onto main beam, and you drop yours.
Right now I got. I thought with the vehicle coming towards you.
No, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh.
It's taking you.
Yeah,
So
so
you
you've got to.
still need to see that road ahead. As soon as it passes you, you dip them because he now needs to see the road ahead. You be following his rear lights
Yeah.
or their rear lights.
Yeah. Right now.
What does this motorway sign mean?
So I put temper, and that's what. Yeah, I said it was one of them two.
Yeah, temperate maximum speed.
Yeah.
So that might be because there is heavy traffic ahead. That might be because there might be an accident ahead, roadworks ahead. So that's telling you that the maximum speed is 50.
So you can't go above 50.
No.
Where minimum is you can go above 50, because under 50.
The minimum speed on a motorway
It's 70.
depends on the vehicle you're driving.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is no minimum speed on a motorway. There's a maximum speed, but they can change it to a different maximum speed. But a minimum, there is no, it depends what vehicle you're driving.
Right.
All different vehicles drive at different speeds.
Yeah. So this one I got correct.
Your vehicle has stalled in the middle of a level crossing. What should you do if the warning bells start to ring while you're trying to restart the engine?
Well, get out and clear.
Get out and get clear because it's not going to be pretty.
No, your light's more important than your car.
Most level crossings, I know some don't, but most level crossings in built-up areas now do have cameras on, and they will see if their crossing is blocked by a broken down vehicle. If not, then get out.
Yeah.
So just get out and get safe.
You're approaching a roundabout. What should you do if there are horses being ridden in front of you?
And I thought,
Give plenty of room. Horses get
Give
spooked.
them plenty of room.
yep.
What's most likely to waste fuel? Well, I kind of explained that.
Underinflated tires.
Yeah.
So driving on motorways, no. Using different brands of fuel, no. And then obviously if your tires are underinflated, then it is going to make the engine work harder.
Yeah.
What should you do if you think the driver of the vehicle in front has forgotten to cancel their right indicator?
And I put,
Stay behind and don't overtake.
and that's obviously what things. That was common sense.
Yeah.
Which color follows the green signal at a puffin crossing?
Now I've got this one wrong.
Now you did flashing amber, and this is when I said you need to learn your crossings. You'll only get flashing amber at a pelican crossing. A puffin crossing, like I said, as soon as it knows that the pedestrians are clear, it will give a steady amber, then a green.
Right.
Okay? So that is why, but you need to learn the difference in the crossings. And like I said, the flashing amber is there to say you can go through a crossing on a pelican crossing if there are no pedestrians on the crossing.
Yeah. And I've got that one right about.
What makes your tires illegal?
Yeah.
If they have any large, deep cuts in the sidewall.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I could inflate them, we can.
They're illegal. They could pop.
Yeah.
They could pop at any time.
You want to turn right from a main road into a side road. What should you do just before turning?
Make sure
Check
there's
for
no
traffic
vehicle
overtaking on your
overtaking you.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
so
could have a cyclist trying to overtake you. You could have somebody on a motorbike trying to overtake you. Check your outside. No vehicles are overtaking.
Yeah.
You're looking for somewhere to safely park your vehicle. Where would you choose to park? In a designated parking
That makes
space.
sense. The other one a bit daft.
Well, on the approach to a level crossing is illegal. At or near a bus stop is illegal. Near the brow of a hill is just ludicrous. So yeah, in a designated parking space.
Yeah.
When must you use dipped headlights during the day? When you're driving in poor visibility.
Yeah,
Correct.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Where would it be unsafe to overtake?
As you'd carry.
Approaching a junction.
Mm-hmm. You've got to think about what's the most unsafe one out of all of them 4 answers.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously, approaching a junction, not a good idea to overtake.
Right. Now this.
You're on a motorway. What does it mean when a mandatory speed limit is displayed above the hard shoulder?
Correct.
The hard shoulder can be used as a running lane.
So that is what we call the dreaded smart motorways, where they use the hard lane as a running lane, and they are supposed to monitor them in case anybody breaks down and has to go into the hard shoulder when it's a running lane. And this is what the smart motorways are not safe at all, because there have been people that have been killed on them because they've been broken down and they haven't been spotted.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've heard of the. Well, I see now when I was at the hut. Is that these small
motorways, yeah. That they're now trying to get rid of.
Which vehicles should use the left-hand lane on a 3-lane motorway?
I got this one right.
So that again,
Any vehicle that isn't overtaking.
Yeah.
On a motorway, you are permitted to drive in the left. You should be driving in the left lane, only using the middle or the right lane to overtake. I know nobody listens to that in the real world, but that's the rules of the road. Right. So the next one you got
Wrong.
wrong.
No, it was about the same. And I put the end.
End of restricted speed area.
I wasn't sure of this one.
Yeah, I know. It's the one where you do need to know your signs on there. So restricted parking area means no parking whatsoever.
Right.
Okay, and you might get them on dual carriageways and stuff like that. So it means that that's the end. You can park.
Yeah.
But when you're in a restricted parking area, you cannot park up at all. You've got to keep going.
And then there's ones like this with numbers at the bottom with like times that you can and can't.
It depends.
Right.
It just depends on the road. It depends on the situation.
Yeah. And this, I've got the next lot.
Yeah.
A horse rider is in the left-hand lane approaching a roundabout. Where should you expect the rider to go?
Horses
In
are
any direction.
They can go anywhere.
Yep.
Not even where the rider might want them to go. They could go anywhere. So there you go.
Actually, I thought I got that one wrong because I went, hang on, he's in the left-hand lane. It could, if you're a car, you'd go on the left. But as you said, a horse can do anything. It can do. So be aware that it can just get startled and go, oh, I'm going on that way now.
So yeah, that was correct. Your
You
original
plan your
route.
route before starting a journey. Why should you also plan an alternative route?
Yeah, blockage.
Mhm.
Next one was
You've stopped at a railway level crossing. What should you do if the red lights continue to flash after a train has gone by?
So that one, Danno, is sometimes at level crossings you'll have more than one train go by.
yeah,
So you may have two, you may have three. If the lights are still flashing, you wait. You don't go and tell the signal operator that they're broken.
yeah.
There could be another train coming. It's that simple.
I think I was thinking like the metro, because obviously when I hit the metro line, I can see the trains coming, what way they're coming from, and then
But you go into a rural area, you don't know. So
No.
you just sit, you wait until the crossing's clear.
yeah,
Or the barriers might be down for another reason, maintenance work, anything else like that. You just sit there and wait until the crossing becomes clear and the lights stop flashing.
yeah. And then what documents for the police? Your driving license.
Mm-hmm. Well, you think about it, right? Your vehicle service record, they don't want to say that.
No.
Your vehicle registration document. Well, what if you were driving a company car or a friend's car?
Yep.
Your theory test certificate. Well, they don't want to say that if you passed your driving test. So basically, your driving license.
Yeah.
To make sure that you have one.
That one with a wet floor.
You're following a vehicle on a wet road. You stay a safe distance behind it. What should you do if a driver overtakes you and pulls into the gap you've left?
Drop back.
Yeah. Drop back and make a safe distance. That's all you can do.
Now this one got wrong.
Yeah.
What must you do when you hitch an unbraked trailer to a towing vehicle?
And I got a bit confused what it was, but we'll go with. So I got it under this one.
Make sure you can see the trailer in the mirrors.
Yeah.
So that's what you put.
Yes.
To be honest with you, I've never heard of a fixer secondary coupling device. I've never heard of that, but yeah, that was new to me. I would personally, if I was taking a test, I would have gone to make sure you could see the trailer in the mirrors.
Yeah.
So that one's new to me.
So this one, I was sure that I got this one right, but it was elimination.
Yeah. So yeah,
Which is the sign for a ring road?
Yeah, because I recognised the other ones, which I went, well, they're out the two roundabouts, no entry or whatever it was. I went, well, that one I've never seen.
Yeah, we have a ring road in Huddersfield, and we have them signs.
Yeah. So obviously up here, I could be wrong, but I've never seen it. No. But that was just elimination.
Yeah.
And then that was these.
Was something you must not do.
Which type of sign tells you what you must not
Which
do?
was they were discussed the other day. It was because that was red and danger. Okay.
How can you make sure that a satellite navigation, sat-nav, system doesn't distract you when you're driving?
Well, I would say set it before the journey starts, and that's what I put.
Yeah.
Why should you look carefully for motorcyclists and cyclists at junctions?
Harder to see.
Yeah.
You're on a motorway. What should you do if there's a red cross showing on the signs above your lane only?
Lane's closed.
Yeah.
Don't continue in that lane.
Yes. Now I think this one where
You're driving towards this left-hand bend. What danger should you be anticipating?
Well, there you go. There's no pavement, so there could be pedestrians on the road.
yeah, Because there's paths like that up here where you can walk, well, loads. So you kind of, I've seen stuff like that.
Yeah.
Your vehicle breaks down on the motorway and you manage to stop on the hard shoulder. What should you do if you use your mobile phone to call for help?
Spot on, correct.
Check your location from the nearest marker posts beside the hard shoulder.
Yep. I just thought it was like a bit of common sense because you've got to ring the AA to get your vehicle moved from the road.
And they will ask you where the markers are.
Yeah, what do they mean by markers?
So there's markers on a motorway that basically you can pinpoint somebody's where they are.
Yeah.
Basically.
The last one I got wrong.
What's a cover note?
Now I put them
So cover note is a simple note. Like you said, it's all done by computers now and everything else like that. But it was a document that was issued to show that you had insurance.
Right.
So that's what that was.
And then the other one that got right, but we'll throw them just quickly.
Why should you switch off your rear fog lights when the fog has cleared?
And I put it.
To prevent dazzling drivers behind.
It's dangerous. You're getting this flash of light in your face.
Yeah.
You're waiting at a T-junction. What should you do if a vehicle is coming from the right, with its left indicator flashing?
Wait until the vehicle turns.
Yeah, because you want to make sure they're making that turn.
Yep. And there's no other hazards behind them.
Yeah.
What can you do to help prevent tiredness on a long journey?
Take breaks.
Yeah.
I thought that was common sense.
Who's responsible for making sure that a vehicle isn't overloaded?
You as a driver. Sure.
Always the driver.
Yep. Doesn't matter. You're in charge of that vehicle.
Yeah.
What's the safest thing to do if you have to leave valuables in your
Lock them
car?
away.
Yeah.
You've just passed your driving test. How can you reduce your risk of being involved in a collision? By taking further training.
Yeah.
So that is what we call Pass Plus, which teaches you motorway driving, nighttime driving, weather driving, things like that. You can take a course. There's no test at it, but it's a course and it can help improve your driving.
Does it have your insurance?
It can reduce your insurance with some insurance companies that accept it.
What action should you take when you see flashing amber lights under a school warning sign?
Now we're talking about this one.
That just means
Reduce speed until you're clear of the area.
That's just warning you that there is a school or there's going to be kids about. So it's warning you how, kids are unpredictable. They might run into the road or anything else like that. So it's just warning you that that's possible and just to slow down and just drive cautiously.
Yeah.
When are you allowed to use hazard warning lights?
They're obviously watching the video.
When stopped and temporarily obstructing traffic.
There is one other thing though with hazard warning lights, and that is if you are traveling at speed on a motorway and you have to reduce your speed because of a hazard ahead quite significantly, you can flash your hazard warning lights to warn the vehicle behind that you are doing so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in this situation, there was a van, a lorry that was going to put up.
It was obscuring traffic.
Yeah.
So that's why that was right.
What does the saying "only a fool breaks the 2-second rule" refer to? The time gap when following another vehicle in good conditions.
Okay, that's pretty simple. You can drive past a point with the vehicle in front of you and say the thing, only a fool breaks a 2-second rule. Now that sentence takes 2 seconds to say, and that's the correct gap to keep behind the vehicle in front when driving in good conditions. When driving in wet conditions, it's 4 seconds. And when you are driving in icy conditions, it's 10 times the 2-second rule.
Right. This was the last one.
When may you cross a double solid white line in the middle of the road? To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less.
So again, that's what we call making progress. You can pass a vehicle that is moving 10 miles an hour or less over solid white lines.
Yep. So, end result. So I don't know what all that means. So I've got 41 of 50. I don't know what the pass rate is, but I failed.
But don't worry, it's your first try. So you just got to keep at it and keep at it and keep at it.
Yeah, and I looked at that and went, actually, when you've seen what I got wrong at the top, I went, actually, I haven't got that many wrong, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, these are questions. There'll be other questions, I swear, that I need to answer. I swear that I'm all right with that. I stop sharing and come back to use.
Okay. Well, I'll catch up with all this chat because a lot's come in. So Penny's Pit Stop says evening, Danno.
Hey, Penny.
Billy says good evening, Penny's Pit Stop. D. Harris says at Penny's Pit Stop evening. D. Harris says turn my head for a minute, thought I was that was an advert, LOL. Horlix says hi at D. Harris at Yorkshire Crafter. Horlix says hi at Gillian Dots at Penny's Pit Stop. Steve131 says evening all.
Hey, Steve.
Gillian Dots says good evening, Steve131. D. Harris says evening at Steve131, 2 days in a row, LOL. Steve131 says didn't do this test when I learnt. Steve says evening to Gillian Dots. Steve says at D. Harris, evening, my lord. Steve says, can one assume Danno is learning to drive? Question mark.
Yeah.
DS Model says, hello, everyone. Good luck, Danny. D. Harris says, evening to Dave at DS Models. Gillian's Dot says, evening, good evening, DS Models. Horlix says, evening at DS Models. Steve131 says, at DS Models, evening to Dave. DS Model says, good evening, D. Gillian, Horlix, Steve. Steve says, at D. Harris, is that crash school bus near you? D. Harris says, not far, Steve, double-decker rollover. Steve131 says, hope everyone okay. Steve131 says, didn't think I'd pass driving test if I took it today. D says, same here, Steve. Steve says, 3 tests in 1988. D says, Steve131, think only 4 in hospital, rest, discharged at scene, very lucky, school kids and bus company doesn't enforce seatbelts here. Steve says, this should send them up. Sorry, wake up. Geordie Dave's in saying, evening, everyone. Evening, Geordie. D. Harris says, go. D. Harris says, good evening, Geordie. Geordie Dave says, hi, D. Steve131 says, at Geordie Dave, evening, sir. Gillian's Dot said, you did good for the first time. Well done. Geordie Dave says, hi, Steve. Horlix says, I've been driving 20 years and I don't think I've ever seen a ring road sign either. LOL. Oh, they do exist. D131 says, at D. Harris, young JJ going to be behind the wheel soon. D. Harris says, nice job, Danno, on these first attempt. DS Model said, you did really well, Dan. Just a bit more practice and you've cracked it. Yep. D. Harris says, Steve131, don't think he could put PS controller down long enough, LOL. And then Phoebe is laughing, and that is the chat. Oh.
Yeah, I was just was it put it was all at the top. Yeah. 3 attempts in 1988. The year I was born.
I was 8. I was 8 years old in 1988.
Right.
Yeah.
That was 36 years ago. Just make you feel a bit old.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully I'm going to do these every week. Just depends on me, obviously, my rota. But I'll let Mark know and then just watch when it pops up.
You just keep practicing in the background, though, Danno.
Yeah.
Practicing, keep learning.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. Is I've got the app on my phone. I go to it and do a bit, and then something happens, or I need to do this, or I need to do that, and I get a little bit distracted. Where I went, right, that's 1 hour on the computer. It's live. I can't have any other distractions.
Yeah.
Other than she went off halfway through.
I can teach you how to stop that if you need to.
Okay.
And it's not unplug.
Yeah. Let any more chat come through.
No, that's it.
You want to go to your nights first?
Yeah. Okay. Good night from me. Thank you for watching. Danno do this, and I'll catch you all on the next one.
Yep. Thank you for everybody coming along and supporting us on this, and thank you for Mark for helping. And like I say, until the next time, Mayday 1.